This will be the last race of the season 11. We finally got here. Just bear with me a second. Still got this disgusting flu. And you'll be pleased to know I found my mute button. So if I do start coughing, I'll just press the mute button on my microphone. And hopefully it will drown out any hacking noises and snotty noises that you hear. If not, you're going to get a whole load of it because obviously I've hit the wrong button. So we shall see how this goes. Anyway, so yes, the last race of the season. Season 11. It's been a great season, I have to say. Really. Oh, gone and pressed the wrong flipping thing there, haven't I? Anyway, let's load it back up while we're talking. You can tell I'm not with it really, can't you? So yeah, it's going to take a while now to load back up. So yes, I'm going to just load it back up again. Here we go. So yes, it's been a great season. Really enjoyed myself. I have to say, I thought the standard of the driving for the entire season, without wanting to put, make it, I go and say this, and then all of a sudden this race will be a complete clusterfuck. The standard of racing from all the drivers I've been racing with this season has been fantastic. Really enjoyed it. It's been really close. I think at Spa, where I was fourth for one moment, made one slight little mistake, and suddenly I'm dropped back to ninth. So it's, the driver's really tight. Even like the guys who've been nearer the back, like Sarex and Ajax and Zafira, they're all quality drivers who, on their given day, could quite easily win races. I think, for example, Zaf here has really suffered by choosing the Aston Martin. It's not that Aston Martin's a bad car, I just don't think it suits Zaf's style per se. Without further ado, for the last time this season, we shall run through the grid order, and we'll start here with good old Rocky Rich. Fair play, Rich. He's been at the back or near the back every single race, but he's stuck with it, and been here for every single race. Really appreciate you, Rich. Thank you very much for turning up each week. It's been brilliant. Smoker, I'm sure he's disappointed with this season. He's again been near the back, but again he's been there every week. Watch his live streams; they're excellent on the night. If you haven't seen them already, I'm sure he's still got the videos up. Thoroughly recommend you go and watch those. Zafiro, again, I think, as I said just a minute ago, suffered by using the Aston Martin. He has probably. I think he could have been challenging for some wins if he'd have been in his second car was a different one. I'm guessing he's going to do well in this Honda at Nürburgring, because this is the right kind of car for this kind of track, and with this quick driver that he is here up near the front, I can quite easily see him pulling away for everyone. Ajax, new boy, he hasn't been at every race, but again he hasn't been last, he's been sort of in the middle of the pack most of the time. Chrissy Mac, me and Chrissy, we've had some great battles, with both sort of same sort of pace in the midfield here. Really enjoyed racing with you, Chris. Thank you very much for the laughs we've had this season. Some person called Dennis, who apparently runs the whole thing, turned up halfway through. Not really sure about him, so no. Cheers, Dennis. Thank you very much for sorting us all out. Really appreciate that. As for your number plate there, too fast for you, I beg to differ. Sarex, we had a great race for him last season. Camille, great. Drove with him last season. He was very good. Had one or two moments last season, but he's been absolutely spot on this season. Thank you very much, Sarex. Great driving with you. Aaron, mate, you're better than you keep thinking that you are. Have a bit of confidence in yourself, dude. You're quicker than you think. I think you've chosen cars that are just different to everyone else for the sake of it being different, and you still managed to make it work. If you actually chose cars which were good, well, not the Corvette and the Ferrari are not good, but if you actually chose cars that I think you could be competitive with, you'd be and a bit more confident. You'd be challenging things all the time. Cody, have Hopefully I haven't offended you this season, Cody. It's nothing I've ever said that's made me has laughed about your name has been scripted. It's just one of those things. I can't say the word Winkle without starting to giggle. And I know it must be annoying if that's your name. I have the same with my surname, actually. People take the mickey out of my surname, but hey ho, it's we all need a good laugh, and you've provided plenty of it for us with your name. And I've really enjoyed racing with you as well. I've noticed also this season you've got faster and faster as the season's got on, and I think perhaps if you got a better start to the season, you could have been challenging for the top group, the top four. Of the top four, here we are, the Hungarian Ribber. I'm pleased. I know you probably. I'm pleased you're not with your teammate, because I think your teammate kind of like helped you get better results. And now that you haven't got your teammate with you, it's even the field out. And I've really enjoyed racing with you, Ribber. Great to have you with us. Hope you join us again for next season, whichever division you end up being in. Holy Pete, the flying lawnmower. All or nothing. Most of the time it's all, so a couple of times it's nothing. So a bit more consistency, and I think you could have really challenged. Hang on a minute, I need to blow my nose, as you can probably tell. Hang on a second. Right, we're going to find out now, where does this mute button work? See if you're going to hear nothing for a second, or you're going to hear snot being blown out. Hang on a second. Right, well, if you heard that, apologies. If not, yay, it worked. So anyway, Pete, been fun racing with you. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much for turning up. Great racing with you, mate. I know you bumped me a couple of times, and I've bumped you a couple of times. I think you bumped me a little bit more than I bumped you. But hey ho, it's rubbing is racing and all that. But it's fantastic racing with you, Pete. Thank you very much. Roy, you surprised me. I'm being honest, Roy. Last season, you lulled me into full sense of security that I thought you'd be sort of mid-pack. But this season, you've shown your true colours, and you've got a lot quicker, mate. And it's been fantastic racing with you, but not that I've managed to have a race with you, because you've always been too far ahead. So fair play, Roy. Excuse me. And you've done, Sue, again, the only GTR driver I've seen, and you're getting great results in it, so well done, Roy. Thanks, mate. It's been a pleasure racing with you. Delhi, mate, I'm super impressed with your driving this year, fella. Raced with you last season as well, and I knew you were quick, but I didn't think you were this quick. Fair play, mate. Top banana and all that. So thank you very much for racing with you in this season as well. And I'm guessing you might win this season. I'm not sure how the results were for coming into this race that we're about to watch, but I suspect at this point here in this race, I pretty much reckon you must have been in the lead. So see how this pans out. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to start with Rocky Rich, see how he gets on, and let's go on board with Rich. He's not often I'm with Rich. So waiting for the lights, and the lights can start. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Oh, and he's off. There was no revving there by Rich. He's got a good start now into turn 1, and already Smoker's close up behind as we go start the. Some call it the green hell. I actually quite like this circuit. It's not a great. Oh, someone's off already. Let's pause. It's not a great circuit for racing like this, but it's definitely a good enough circuit to race on. So that was Zafiro actually I saw going wide. Let's go back to Zafiro, see what happens here. So everyone's got through. I'm looking at the map at the top right. So we're on board here with Ajax. Watching is what. Oh, Smoker gets it wrong. Oh, Smoker gets it wrong. Tries to get back on the track and gives Zafiro a nice little smack for being there. Sayrex is caught up now to Zafiro here. Try and go through the field as they are. Everyone's strung out and quite nice at the moment. Smoker's looking to take Rocky Rich. I should know the names of these corners. Hang on a second, I'm just going to have a drink. I hope when I'm doing this commentary I don't forget to turn the mute off. But here we... Ooh, I think let's go back and this is what happened there. So here we are with on board with Smoker. He's looking to find a way past Rocky Rich, coming up over this brow. Didn't get in the air? No, not quite. So Anthony's looking to go around the outside. Here we go, he gets it too much on the grass. Manages to hold it though, but he's lost his position to Ajax, and Zafiro, who as Smoker gave a little bit of a sideways bit of love tap there, is now back up to third place. It's really just going to be a case of who's going to drop off, because there's not a huge amount of overtaking. Oh, a little bump there from Zafiro. Not a huge amount of overtaking positions, spots. Well, there is actually, but it's difficult to get into them. And at the moment, Rocky Rich is holding his own up here in first place, with Ajax now in second. Zafiro third still. Smoker is now fourth. Dennis fifth. Rose sixth. Rivers up to seventh, and he gets it horribly wrong. Let's go back to what happened here with River. Think he touches the grass and loses it big time. Nope, just outbrakes himself, smashes into the barrier, collects Pete as well a little bit, but they all managed to get through. Winkle's back here. Is that another new livery? I think it is. Winkle's back here now in 8th place, just trying to catch up to Holy Pete. Deli's already up to 9th. Sayrex has dropped back to 10th, so Sayrex has had an issue somewhere. Rivers now back to 11th. Valley's 12th. Chrissy Max dropped all the way back to 13th, so Chrissy Mac having a bit of an issue. But look at this train of drivers now. As Aaron goes wide, this is going back. There's a whole bum fight going on here. As everyone's trying to find a bit of road not to be on and not getting in others' way. Oh, Dennis gives Aaron a little tap. So does Smoker give Aaron a little tap, but he still manages to drift it sideways and hold on to 4th place. So Aaron drifts it past 2 people to make it stick. Rocky Rich is going fast enough to keep these boys behind. Oh, it's a constant. Oh, there's just bundling going on. There's a go back. I saw that. Unfortunately, I think Dennis gives Anthony a tiny little tap here, which puts... Nope, it was Anthony got it wrong himself. Oh, and it's all going off now. Aaron, who's trying to drift again, has gone sideways. Oh, he's lost it now completely. Aaron's got pushed wide. Oh no, our Smoker's got pushed. Oh, it's a demolition derby going on. Goodness me. So what was I saying about the driving? It's been good this year. Oh, poor Aaron. Poor Aaron. Drops back here, so here we go. Smoker gets it wrong. Who was that behind? Oh, there's a big pile up here at this hairpin corner, which is just allowed. Who's got through? Deli's managed to find a way through. He's still got River up the inside, but he gives a place up to River there. So an absolute demolition. Wreck fair. Oh, Rocky Rich. What happened to Rich? Oh no, Rich. What happened? Oh, Deli was off as well, actually. Deli. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't. My microphone's gone. Can anyone hear me? Oh man. Hello, 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 hello. Can anyone hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Well, oh, here we are. I'm back again now. Goodness me. Lost my microphone then for a minute, so we just stayed on board there with Deli, and that wasn't me managing to get it wrong with the mute. I think I won't do the mute. It seems to be messed up my microphone. So we go back to Rocky Rich was in first place. Let's go back to Rich. Where's Rich gone? Let's go back to where we were. So Rocky, here we go. Sorry about this. Here we go. Rocky Rich. So Rocky, while was that bum fight was going on in a bit further back, Rocky Rich was in first place, and we left it where he got it wrong. Got sideways here. He's been. Oh dear, he smashed it. Loses some just a bit. Oh, and lost it again. Oh, Rocky Rich down. Dear mate. He's trying to keep out of everyone's way now. So I got bundled out of the way. So now Ajax is in lead. On Racing Super Softs, closely the Honda driver. He's drifted wide, and now that means Zafiro's got through. Zafiro's got through with Holy Pete. He's got through the field as Holy Pete is now into second. Rivers up to third, getting through this bum fight with these damaged cars. Dennis is up to fourth. Deli's fifth. Winkle's sixth. Ajax seventh now. Sarex eighth. Viali ninth. Smoker's back to 10th. Rocky Ridge is 11th. Chrissy Mack still drifting near the back. 12th. Aaron, who was up, who drifted it into fourth place. Bundle a little bit, is now in last place. Goodness me, how things can change. So back up front. Oh, someone's just gone wide there. Who was that? That was Dennis. Someone else has gone wide. Oh my goodness, it is really kicking off. So Dennis went wide here. Yep, Dennis went wide all by himself. Someone else, Ajax has gone wide. Was there an issue back here? So we'll watch this up front here. Watch the yellow Audi TT just up ahead. Will drift wide. Does he get a little nudge there from Deli? No, he doesn't. He just loses it. And so does Ajax lose it at the same spot as well. So Ajax now dropped back to 8th place. Sarex up to 7th. Dennis is holding on for 6th. Winkle's got a wiggle on over there, up there in 5th. Oh God. Coming into the carousel. Dennis now up to 4th. Rivers up to 3rd. Pete's up to 2nd, and Zafira is in 1st place. Did say I do think Zaf could win a race. Maybe this is the one where he wins, the last race of the season. He's certainly got the capabilities of doing so. On board here with the Dutchman. Nice tidy line there through the back of the circuit. I'm not really sure how many laps we're going to end up doing in this race. It's a 30-minute race, obviously, and what kind of pit stops people are going to make. Zafira chucking that Honda about, and that just allowed Pete to catch right back up. Looks like Pete's got the pace to get past his fellow countryman. Porsche, I remember in 2 seasons ago, Porsches were the cars to be in, and they just were outstanding around the Burgh. Sorry about that. So here we go. Looks like Pete's sizing Zafiro up for the lead. Can he find a way past? He's looking at the inside here. He's definitely got. Looks like he's definitely got the pace. He's definitely in the Honda's slipstream now. The battle for the lead, and they're starting to pull away. These two coming up to. It's not called the second carousel, I'll say, but it's like a mini carousel. Coming up, not this corner, the next corner. There's a little indentation into the left-hand side of that track, which I can use, but then it spits you out wide here. So Pete holding station behind Zafiro. Sorry. Has the Porsche just look nice inside, I have to say. Has the Porsche got the grunt to get past this Honda? She's got the slipstream. Has he got enough power in that Porsche to get through past Zafiro? Yes, he definitely has. Side by side, and Pete's now in the lead. Found a way cleanly past Zafiro, who's now in second. But is Zafiro going to get another tow now and outbrake Pete back down into the final few corners of the circuit? We're not on the full 24-hour circuit, it's just the Nordisch Life version. No, Pete's managed to outbrake the Honda and keep it in front of Zafiro. So Zafiro's now slotted back into second place, and Pete now. Is he going to cruise away from the rest of the field? We are 7 minutes into this race, so possible 4 laps, maybe 5 in this. So I'll run through the field as we are. So here we have Holy Pete in first place, Zafiro in second, is being caught by River in third, Deli B's up to fourth, Winkles in fifth, hanging on to this group. I told you Winkles getting better. Full lap of the Green Mile, Green Mile, that's a film, isn't it? The Green Hell. And Winkle is still, oh, I say that, and he's just drifted it and put it wide, but he's still managed to keep it all together onto the track. Still with the lead bunch here. Fifth, Dennis, who's not too fast for the rest of them, here in sixth place. Ajax now in seventh. Sarex midfield eighth. Vialli's must have had some sort of issue that I missed. It's not gained on the rest of the field. I thought he'd be through a bit higher than that, but he's drifted a little bit further back than I thought. He's got a couple of places from where he was, I believe. He's being harassed now by Aaron, who was in last place in the Corvette. He's harassing Vialli here. So Aaron's in 10th. Smoke, who's been off a couple of times, probably sworn a lot about it, in 11th. Chrissy Max and off again. Chrissy Mack losing it big time in 12th, and Rocky Rich back here in 13th. I do apologise about that. This is why I haven't done this replay so quickly, because I was hoping my cough would go, but it hasn't quite managed it. So 10 minutes into the race. Ooh, back there, there's a bit of action going on now. Here we have Zafiro's been caught and passed by River. Has Deli B got the drive to get past Zafiro? Yes, he has. So the quick driver's up to the front now. Oh, I'm suffering. Couldn't blow my nose. Hang on a minute. So, let's see what tyres Deli's on. He's on Racing Soft's front, Racing Super Soft's rear. And here are with Zafiro. He's on Racing Super Soft's on all around. Oh, River's gone wide. Deli's gone very wide. I'm not sure that's the racing line, but they all followed each other through it. Pete, in the meantime, is starting to get... Yeah, he's got a bit of a gap now between the rest of the field. And his tyre wear doesn't look too bad either. So the Dutchman making this Porsche work around this circuit. The Hungarian River is trying to catch him, but I'm pretty sure Dell is not going to let that happen. And Zafiro hanging on for fourth. Winkle back here in fifth, starting to lose touch of that lead group of 4 drivers. Then there's a bit of a gap then also here to Dennis. I don't think, yeah, Dennis can't see Winkle up ahead. Dennis is now being caught by Ajax here in 7th place. Is Ajax in the Honda? I think he was. Yeah, Ajax in the Honda. And as you can see behind Ajax, there's a big gap between them and Vialli. Coming up the hill was Aaron, still can't find a way past. Total Rose, is he going to make a move here though? He looks like he's certainly got the toe. It's just finding a way to get past. As I said, it's not a great... There are passing places, it's just difficult to get to them on such a tight, twisty track. Doing the 24 hours, as Aaron thought he was probably trying to go around the outside there. Can Aaron make a move going into the carousel? Oh, Vialli's drifted wide. Also, I missed that. So Vialli drifted wide then. Did he just go off by himself? I think he did. He just outbroke himself. Loses loses it under braking, so Aaron just got cleanly through in the end, so Aaron's through up to here to the carousel. Riley back to 9th place. Oh, Aaron's got a bit wide there, spit you out, but no, he's held it back in, so there you go. So Aaron's now up at the 8th place. So we'll go through the field. Riley 9th, Chrissy Mack is not coming up to, is this the, no, not even up to, yeah, he is, the carousel. Chrissy Mack's coming up to the carousel. Sayrex and the Citroen not too far behind. Smoker's back in 12th, again just into the carousel. Rocky Rich is not too far behind that as well, so they're all fairly bunched up near the back as well. But in the meantime, Pete is starting to eke out a bit of a lead. He's certainly got ahead of, far enough ahead of Ribber when it comes down to the final straight. The Ribber won't be able to get into his slipstream, so just a matter of, it will be a case of, will Delhi be able to catch Ribber? No, Delhi's a little bit off the pace from Ribber as well now. Approaching halfway in the race. Just going to have a drinks break for a second. And then once we've had this break, we've got to the end of this lap. We'll go through the lap times. It's going to be interesting to see. Now the field's strung out a little bit. Who's doing the best sort of lap times? To me, does Ribber look like he's on a controller rather than a wheel? Seems to be a bit jerky in some of his movements. Neither that was to do with his internet, but there you go. Sorry about that noise. And sorry about the coughing as well. So here we go. You can see there's a long way. Pete's got a big gap now between himself. There's those cars in the distance. There's Ribber in 2nd place. So the Porsche's topping out at 160 as it just comes over the hill. The Lexus 161. The Delhi 160. Winkle back here in another Lexus. 160. Interesting top speeds of these cars. Dennis is doing a 157s. Back here in the Audi. It's Ajax in the Honda doing 157s. Aaron, oh, he's got a nice toe here as Aaron. Do up to 163 in a Corvette. So Viali's doing a 160. Chrissy Mack still gaining speed here. What's he in? Chrissy Mack is in the Honda, isn't he? Yeah. Smoker in the Ferrari. It's caught up to Chrissy Mack. He's doing over there or thereabouts. It's certainly noticeable that the Honda's about 3 miles an hour slower than the rest of the cars. Rich in a Lexus. Let's just go back. Oh, Anthony's got it wrong again. Manages, is he going to hold into the track? Look like he's braking late sideways a couple of times. And Chrissy Mack and Anthony come into the pits. Interesting choice tyres there, because even though I'm racing softs, Smokers come into the pits already. 15 minutes. Thought maybe could keep going for another lap, perhaps. And they both follow each other out now at turn 1. So it's just that Rocky Rich to catch these two boys up. Sayrex has now dropped back to last place. Not sure what's happened there. Sayrex gets it nearly wrong. So my voice still desperately trying to hang on. We'll go through the positions and lap times of these drivers. So Pete has done a 7 minute, almost dead, 7 minute 1 second in first place. Ribber's 7:04, Daly 7:06, Zafiro 7:08, Winkle 7:17. Obviously not managed to do a clean lap yet. Dennis 7:23, again hasn't managed to do a clean lap. Aaron's 7:16. So again, none of these boys probably at the back here. Well, Richard's up to 10th, so he's got past Smoker. Oh, so let's go back and see how that all happened. Here we go. So Chrissy Mack, something's gone on back here because the Smoker was not. This is where we picked it up, wasn't it? So Chrissy Mack and Smoker just come out of the pits, all set, and that's it. With Sayrex just caught up to the back of Rocky Ridge. So I will say Anthony's got it wrong. Yeah, how did Anthony get it wrong? What happens here? How does Smoker get it wrong here? Oh, he just sideways into. Oh, big impact there. Has it damaged the car? No, it's not. So Rocky Ridge and Sayrex have got through. So Rocky Ridge has got up to 10th. So what happens to Chrissy Mack up ahead? How does Chrissy Mack get this wrong? Oh, he spins it up there. Oh, it's such a difficult track. So Rocky Ridge is now going to come through with a nice drive and get back up to 10th place. Coming up the brow of this hill. Go on, Rich. Go on, you can do it, mate. There you go. And he's also dragged along Sayrex here. So Sayrex now to 11th and Smoker's back to last place. But now Smoker's trying to go. He's bravely gone around the outside of Chrissy Mack. And Smoker's now got a nice run on Sayrex. Can he get past Sayrex? Yes, he can. Can he hold a position and not outbrake himself? Yes, he can. Well done, Anthony. Good driving. Slings that Ferrari in sideways. Coming down the hill now. So in the meantime, we'll just go back through the field. Chris Mack's just having an issue back here. 17 minutes gone. I've only got 13 minutes for my voice left. As you can see, Pete's pulled out a massive lead now over Ribber. The Ribber's obviously had some little issue here because Delhi's caught him right back up. Looks like he's probably drifted wide somewhere. Coming up the hill now. We're back. Coming up the hill now with Delhi close behind. Has Delhi got a drive? I think he has. He's definitely going to catch up to the back of the Hungarian. Is coming up the hill towards the carousel. Can he find a way past? Hungarian Zaf's just sort of drifting off the back here of Delhi. Oh, Ribber thought he could drift wide. He doesn't manage to hold it. Coming into the carousel now. Looks up the inside. Does Delhi not quite make it stick? Keep it tight and you might get a good drive coming out to catch up to the Hungarian. No, doesn't manage it here. So I've got a feeling these two might be holding themselves up a little bit to allow Zaf to catch back up. So Zaf now in a fairly lonely 4th place. Winkle back here in 5th. He had a lonely race last race as well, and looks like he's got another lonely race at the moment. So where's Aaron? Aaron's in the carousel and Winkle's already past the carousel and up the top of the hill. So again, he's got quite a gap here. I'd say about 6-7 seconds over Aaron in 6th place. Aaron's now got a tiny, well, not much of a gap between him and Dennis here in 7th. There's Ajax. Ajax has come out the carousel. Riley's up to 9th. Smoker's now 10th, coming up the hill towards the carousel. Rocky Rich 11th. Chrissy Mack 12th. Sayrex back here and last, gone off again. Probably going to come in for tyres is Sayrex. So, sort of little as you are at the moment, really. With Pete, I don't think he's put a foot wrong, to be honest, as Pete, and it's showing with the gap that he's now got over the 2nd place driver, Ribber. So there's 10 minutes to go. They're obviously finished this lap. This could be tight for... Depends if how much of a lead Pete's got. So here he comes down the main straight now. Sabine Schmidt's house is out there over onto the right as you come down here, as I'll show you. I believe Sabine Schmidt lives over, not that castle over there on the right, but she doesn't live too far away from this part of the circuit. When she drives for Team Porsche. So I know she's within spitting distance almost of the circuit. So I don't think she's too far away from this point here. It's Sabine Schmidt, but anyway, bit of trivia for you there. Screaming down the back straight here is Pete. 163 he's topped out at. The Ribber here in the Lexus, has he got a bit of a gap now over Delhi? Yeah, he's pulled a little bit of a surprise. I thought Delhi would get a nice toe there coming down the hill. Zaf's still within touch of these boys. So Pete has come into the pits. And so, oh no, it's just Pete. So Ribber's stayed out. Pete's into the pits. His tyre wear wasn't too bad, to be honest. And he's come out now in third place, just behind Delhi B. So he's got a fresh set of tyres on compared to Delhi B. And Delhi's tyres aren't too bad either. Ribber's is now in the lead. His tyres are the top three are worse. Winkle's into the pits from 5th place. With 8 minutes to go. Aaron's into the pits. Let's go through his pits. That's a bit of a battered front looking Lexus there. Cody goes back out in from 5th place. So Aaron's into the pits. Dennis is into the pits. So Ribber and Delhi have not pitted. And Pete has already got past Delhi. We missed that. So here we go. Coming. He's got a nice drive side by side with Delhi over the hill, over the Browder Hill. So he's already got 1 place back. It looks like it might just be a matter of time then before he catches up to the Hungarian. So they're far enough into the circuit with 8 minutes, 7 minutes to go now, where they would have to do another lap. So we've got about quite a way to go yet. So we're on board now with Holy Pete, who's already pulled a bit of a gap between him and Delhi in 3rd place. It's just a case of where can Pete's obviously going to catch, because he's definitely going to catch Ribber in the Lexus. You can see Ribber's tyres down about 1/3 everywhere, and a 1/4 everywhere, maybe a 1/3 front left. So Pete, the hard charging Dutchman, you can see is visibly caught right up now to Ribber. Just a matter of time we're getting past. So we're on through the field again. Delhi's still doing, so we'll do lap times as well. So Ribber's done a 7:04. Pete's, oh here we go, sizing up the Hungarian now. Surely you can find a way. There's a superior grip. That's a great drive there. Coming down the hill. Where is he going to make the move past the Hungarian? Really right up the tailpipes now. Ribber. Surely he's going to get a good drive. Maybe coming up the next right-hand turn up the hill. This corner here, no, he's not. He's not close enough. I thought he might get Ribber there, but he's not. So is it going to be a case of into the carousel at the top of this hill? Is Pete actually losing a bit of ground? Can he not actually catch up to that Lexus, even with the slipstream? Doesn't look like he can. How fast is Pete going? I think it's 1:37. So we've still got quite a lot of the race to go. I've just looked at how much time that we've got the race. It's 37 minutes this race, and we're only at 25. So there's obviously going to be another lap. Surprise, Pete! He's caught right up. Can he make a move into this turn here? This bit here? And no, he's not. Is he going to make a move into the carousel? So it's all bits as you are at the moment. Just looking to the field, see if anyone else has changed positions anywhere. We'll run through the field again in a second. Is Pete just basically biding his time until the main straight? Because it's a very twisty bit of circuit coming up. Difficult with such evenly balanced drivers to find a space to get underneath and make it clean. Because you see that even if Ribber puts his Lexus in the middle of the track, it's extremely hard to find a way past. And Pete's definitely got the speed to get past him, but it's just a case of where's he going to do it. Oh, he looks up the inside there. Doesn't quite go through. And he gave Rib a little bit of a tap as well, but both cars are bumping around, so it's difficult to control them, as we're not able to control the suspension of these cars. They're locked. It's one of those circuits we do need to have slightly softer suspension and dampening to help, especially on this part of the circuit. As you can see, they're bouncing around everywhere. So Pete, he couldn't be any closer. He's in the back seat now of Ribber's car, looking for a way past, trying to make it as clean as possible. Very difficult on this circuit. Coming around, I'll just quickly go through where everyone else is before we get to the main straight, because I think that's where Pete's going to make the move. So Delhi's now lost touch with the lead too. Zafiro has... Let's see, can Zafiro see Delhi? No, he can't. So Zafiro's on his own in 4th. Winkle's back here on his own in 5th. Oh no, he's being caught by Aaron, who, just as I say that, has a little sandpit excursion. Aaron is out of sight from Dennis, who's at a sort of mid-pack 7th here at the moment. Can't see Aaron. He's just up the road. I think Aaron's just around the corner. No, Aaron's a bit further ahead of that. He's quite a way ahead actually. But Dennis is in a lonely 7th place. Ajax, a respectable 8th back here, is still ahead of Valley, who's would have thought this would have been the GTR circuit, I would have thought. Well, he's struggling back here in 9th. Smoko has had an eventful race. He's still managing to keep it together in 10th. Keeps flinging that Ferrari sideways. His tyre wear can't be too pretty. Chrissy Max in 11th. Rocky Rich is up is 12th, and Sarex is right behind Rocky Rich. So Sarex has dropped back after having a great week. He's pitted as well. I can see he's got a fresh set of tyres on, which probably why he's back in 13th place. So Pete, yes, he has got past him. Here we go. It's down the main straight, as I suspected. Got a nice drive on the Hungarian. Takes him halfway along the main straight, the main back straight. Ribber tries to get a draft off Pete again himself. Oh, it's the fastest part of the circuit, the side by side. Oh man, that is brave driving by those two. Who's going to break last? Pete's managed to hold it together though, very superbly well, despite both cars you can see are bouncing around quite a lot. So Pete's got back into the lead now. Ribber's still not pitted, and his tyres are going to suffer because we still have a good 7 minutes to go. So we excuse me, this will be the last lap. Zafiro's come in, his tyre wear's down to half at the front, and he was on super softs. He's probably going to put super softs back on again. Will he get back out in front of Winkle? Yes, he will. So he just has to keep it together now. Zafiro probably be up into 4th place. At Delhi, he's not pitted. He's the lead driver now. Oh no, he's not. Ribber's the lead driver of the non-pitting crew. Not letting Pete go, but Pete doesn't really have to try too hard with the superior grip. He doesn't have to push it too hard, I wouldn't say, rather than try too hard to keep ahead of Ribber, because that grip's going to stop. Ribber's grip will be falling off a cliff anytime soon. Right, so we've got 15 seconds to go, so I'll go from the back of the field through to see where they all are. So here we go, 6 seconds to go. Ajax is going to make another lap. Vialli's just got past after 30 minutes. So Vialli will be the last, at the moment it's the last one through. 30 minutes are up, so Smoker, here we go. For the last time this season, making a nice entrance into the final section of the circuit for his last little run. Will finish in 10th place. Chrissy Max coming down the fast start-finish straight now. Hard braking here, coming into the last complex. Chrissy Mack is going to finish in 11th place. Holds it together. We're in the last turn now. Waves at the crowd, says hello to his pit crew, and crosses the line in 11th. Rocky Rich and Sarek still battling into the last complex. Can Rich hold off Sarek? Oh, he's drifted it wide. Sarek keeps out of his way. Oh dear, poor old Rich. Sarek is going to go past. Or is he? Is he going to let Rocky Rich go back in front? Yeah, there we go. Great sportsmanship there from Sayrex. So Rocky Rich finishes 12th, Sayrex 13th. So it's all about the guys now back up in front. Here we have Pete has definitely put out a gap now over. There's Ribber back in second place. Final lap. Final moments now of season 11. There we go. A nice little drink there. Pete just needs to hold it all together and get a win. I'm trying to remember if Pete's won a race already this season. I wouldn't be surprised if he has. No, Ribber has. It's highway nearly down to the half at the front left. So we must be struggling. How far away is Delhi from Ribber? Delhi's tyre wear is better. Might be interesting to keep an eye on that for the last half of the circuit, because if Ribber overcooks it with inferior tyre wear, there's Delhi. Yeah, he's coming into the carousel now. Delhi's not too far away actually, and to be fair, Ribber's keeping touch of Pete up in front. Can Delhi see Ribber go around the corner? Just about. So Delhi's still within throwing a rock distance from the Hungarian, and this is going to be interesting because this is where it gets bumpy and twisty. Ribber might be starting to suffer now with lack of tyre wear. He's probably going to be scrubbing off a bit of speed to Delhi back here. So Zafiro's quite a way off. He's just coming into the carousel now because obviously he made a pit stop. Great shots there. Now Winkle has got Aaron tickling it up the inside, and he's got the position. Oh, Winkle's just drifted wide off the circuit. There's no contact there. So Aaron's managed to get back up into 5th place. Clean manoeuvre, just unfortunately just pushed Winkle wide there. Dennis has been sort of on his own in the middle here for most of the race. Coming around up to the carousel. And Ajax not too far behind. Dennis is holding it together. If Ajax finishes ahead of Vialli, he should be really pleased by that, because Vialli, I'm surprised Roy has not been quicker on this circuit. I thought this would be one of the circuits he'd be good at, and especially in the GTR. The GTR designed, I believe, for this circuit, to be quick at this circuit, and there's smoke. So go back up 2. Or maybe I'm just talking bollocks, which wouldn't be a first time either, would it? On board now with Pete. He's got a massive gap now over himself and Ribber back here. This is the mini carousel we're coming into. Deli's just not close enough. Not much of the circuit. He's running out of circuit to try and catch Ribber. There he is up ahead. Zafiro's on his own. Aaron's now got a bit of a gap between him and Winkle. He gets it sideways. Yeah, so they're all strung out. So really it's just a case of now Pete has fought his way through the circuit, the drivers, and has managed to hold it together. He's driven a superb race, pitted, whereas Ribber and Deli didn't, so it's a bit of a gamble, and it's paid off. But it wasn't really a gamble when it paid off, but he must have wondered if he'd made the right decision when the others around him didn't pit. Coming down now into the final section. I can see what's going on behind as well. It's getting close, but I'm not sure it's going close enough. So Pete, here he does. Well done, Pete. Badge of honour, winning the Nordisch Life race. Brilliant drive. Well done, Pete. For the last race of the season, Ribbers managed to keep it far enough ahead of Deli. He's just there and finishes second. Deli finishes a fantastic third place. Zafiro, who led for a while at the beginning, coming into the last complex, as you can see, he's not that far behind where everyone else was. Coming round now for the last time, last corner, into the start-finish straight, finishes 4th. Well done, Zafiro. Aaron has had an eventful race. At one point he was last, but he's managed to keep it together. Unlike my voice, still coughing away. Coming round now to finish in 5th place. Great drive by Aaron. With Cody Winkle power sliding around the last corner, finishes in 6th. Dennis still coming down the start-finish straight here in 7th place. Go on board to Dennis. Go into this tricky braking zone from the high speeds. Here we go, the last section now. Don't go straight. Oh, wobbling all over the place. Bit of lag there from Dennis. So Dennis finishes in 7th place. Ajax, great drive for him. Not too far behind Dennis in the end. He's going to finish in 8th place. And Viali comes through to finish 9th. And that's your season, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to the next one. I shall do, obviously, the commentary for whichever league I'm in next season. With the way it's going, looks like everything's going to be shaken up a little bit, with Dennis changing the system of how things are. So if I don't get to race with you drivers again, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. See you next season. I'm going to be doing another commentary this week coming up for... I was took part in Tino's Northern Isle 200, which was quite an entertaining race. I'm going to do a commentary of that, so all my commentaries haven't quite finished yet. Also, if anyone knows of any of the League 11 commentaries which haven't done, and someone would like them to do them for me, someone would like me to do the commentary for them, let me know. In off season, I don't mind doing some extra commentaries for any races that people still need doing. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Hopefully next time I'll do some talking. My voice is better and I haven't got a horrible little cough and snotty nose for you all. Take it easy. See you later, everyone, and goodbye.